Hello again. Despite wage stagnation for years, a steady decline in standard of living, growing insecurity, increasing poverty, the extreme wealth chasm between the haves and have-nots that expands to ludicrous proportions, a plethora of inquiries concerning state and employer abuses that never ultimately lead to anywhere, plus a never-ending increasing feeling of insecurity here in the UK, absolute social peace prevails. The working class in particular have a gut feeling of no future, and yet beyond the Brexit vote, no reaction. I find it incredible, to give but one tiny example, how commuters into London silently endure the extravagantly sky-high fares in exchange for shoddy service, gross overcrowding, signal failures, breakdowns, chronic understaffing, while rail supremos rake in huge salaries and mega bonuses. Many cannot even obtain a seat, hours every week standing on motionless trains. All this to arrive at the destination of a socially useless job. Yet the mugs continue to vote for these very conditions. Elsewhere, the super and infrastructure is decaying. Their improvements only seem to exacerbate the situation. Don't be fooled by the tens of thousands of luxury flats, forests of cranes, and the success of Team GB. It's obvious to anyone existing outside the bubble that sooner or later something has to give. Frustratingly, incredibly, it hasn't. When, according to witnesses, police kicked a dying black man as he lay on the ground, having been tasered 4 times, a well known ex professional footballer, Dalian Anderson, in Telford recently, the outrage was not forthcoming. Silence on the streets was deafening. Truly, here in the UK, black and working class lives don't matter. So, where and when will any fracture line or eruption occur? Certainly it won't emerge from the only political show in town, the Jeremy Corbyn Owen Smith circus. All this has achieved is to suck tens of thousands of promising would-be activists and politicals into the vortex of the Labour Party delusion. Probably the lid will blow with the inevitable confrontation between the forces of the state and sections of the working class black population. It's only a matter of decreasing time. Riots will not overthrow the system, but they are a sign of vitality in a dangerously passive society. As anarchists, we understand this only too well. Dumb conformity, any faith in the system, the growing popularity in this day and age of the parasite royals and aristos is the absolute opposite of what is required. We can be proactive rather than wait for things to spontaneously happen. The number of street homeless is multiplying. Dusk in the Strand is beginning to resemble central Los Angeles as the homeless congregate. If a thousandth of the energy squandered in the Corbyn frenzy was channeled into occupying empty buildings, setting up a viable infrastructure to house the homeless using direct action, solidarity, active defence, involving and empowering the homeless themselves, something like this would mean a certain break from the excruciating passivity we are suffering. Street homelessness is a situation of great urgency, what with winter only months away. Why go about organising convoys to the jungle at Calais when worse conditions exist in central London? To live in this choking smog of stultifying conformity, acquiescence, shabby nationalism, ruling class kleptomania and arrogance is almost beyond endurance. If, or more importantly, when, there is a beginning to an end of this absurd, irrational social peace, or any genuine challenge to it, our response must be to develop it, encourage it, be part of it, even in some circumstances, help kick it off. How and when such things come about and where, it's impossible to predict. Whenever it does, we must be prepared, pepped up, and ready to nudge it further and to prevent the left or other counter-revolutionary manifestations from smothering it. This social peace, abnormal in its duration, must evaporate sooner rather than later. Class war is being waged on a ferocious daily basis on every level here in the UK. Unfortunately for us, it's a one-way process emanating from the other side. This must be reversed. And now. Bye.